What if you could give an AI access to your CRM, your accounting software, your bank account, your calendar, and actually have it do things for you? Not just answer questions, actually pull reports, send emails, and tell you what's happening in your business every single morning. Yesterday, that's exactly what I did. I set up Clawdbot, now called Moltbot thanks to Anthropic, an open source framework that lets you run Claude or any other model as a persistent AI with actual tool access. People have been going crazy about Clawdbot, and I'm pretty sure Apple is about to run out of Mac minis because of it, but more on that later. In about 2 hours, I connected an AI assistant, I named him Ben, to Salesforce, QuickBooks, Google Workspace, and Teamwork, our project management system. And I'm gonna show you everything we built on Ben's first day on the job. As the CEO of LeanScale, I've been experimenting with AI assistants for a while, but most of them are, let's be honest, chatbots. They answer questions, but they don't do anything, at least not by themselves. Even if you're a power user of Claude Code, you still have to be operating the system and more or less at your computer to make it work. That's where the experience with Ben has been completely different. First, before I gave Ben access to anything, I set him up on his own Mac Mini. And this part is important. When you're building an AI that can actually do things, create and delete files, send emails, hit APIs, run code, you don't want that running on your main machine. You need to keep it contained. The Mac Mini sits on my office. It's always on, always connected. Ben lives there. That's his environment, his home. If he does anything weird, I can walk over and pull the cable. That's it, game over, no more Ben. The other reason, this thing runs 24/7. I don't need to have a window open, I don't need to babysit it, but it does need to have a machine on at all times. Ben's running completely headless on the Mac Mini. He monitors my email, waits for triggers, builds my morning brief overnight. And I've set all the settings to make sure it never sleeps, turns off, and to turn right back on if anything ever happens. But because he's isolated on dedicated hardware, I can let him run without worrying about what else he might touch. After I got him set up in his new home, I connected Ben to everything he needs to actually be useful. You can also set this up on a virtual machine, but frankly, I think it's more fun to have a real reminder that Ben is hard at work at all times. I set Ben up with his own work email and connected him to Slack. You can connect your bot to a number of services: iMessage, Telegram, WhatsApp. I chose Slack because that's where I work, and that's the easiest way to get Ben working with my team. But there are a ton of options for how you can communicate with it. Then I got him set up with Google Workspace, Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Sheets, Docs. Ben can read my email, check my calendar, and pull data from spreadsheets. Next was Salesforce, full API access. Ben can query opportunities, pull pipeline data, see what deals are closing this week. Then QuickBooks. This one is big. Ben can pull our entire P&L, calculate margins, look at expenses by month, real financial data with real analysis. Then we got him connected to Teamwork, LeanScale's project management system that we use to manage all of our projects and engagements with our customers. Ben can pull utilization from the team, see project statuses, and even put together a capacity forecast. All of this took maybe an hour to connect. OAuth flows, API keys, all done. Now Ben is fully plugged in and ready to work. So here's where it got interesting. First real task. I asked Ben to calculate our gross margin by month for 2025. He pulls the P&L directly from QuickBooks, revenue, COGS, all of it, and gives me this. Every month of 2025, gross margin percentages, and he spots the trend immediately. We were at our forecasted margin in Q1, steadily dropped by October as we made investments, and now we're peaking beyond our baseline. That's not a canned report. That's Ben querying our actual accounting system, doing the math, and telling me what it means. Then I said, send this to our COO, Joe. And he does, formats it nicely, and drops it right in the Slack channel. Next, pipeline. I asked Ben to show me all the opportunities from Salesforce, organized by stage with net MRR. A custom field that we use. 19 open deals, 134K MRR in pipeline, broken down by stage. I can see we've got 5 deals in diagnostics worth 75K or about $1 million in ARR, 4 proposals worth 67K, and a couple in negotiations. He even reasons while doing the analysis. In this case, he flags a negative opportunity. We have a downsell forecasted at negative 17K closing this week. That's the kind of thing that's easy to miss in a dashboard or a discrete instruction. Ben calls it out and makes sense of it. Another thing that is super helpful, and I recommend doing if you get this set up, is having your bot send a morning brief. I have a busy life, 3 kids, running a business, and working in an industry that's growing and changing at breakneck speed. So it's important that I am as dialed in as possible. This is where Ben comes in to help me start my day right. So here's what Ben's morning brief looks like. He checks in on birthdays or anniversaries for the team. Looks like it's our head of education's birthday today. Happy birthday, Yassine. Any reminders, my schedule, emails that need attention, a full profit forecast, pipeline review, projects overview, and all of the news I need to be plugged into to stay up to date. All pulled live from our actual systems, not a dashboard I have to log into. It comes to me every single morning in Slack. Here's what hit me. In 2 hours, I went from AI assistant as a concept to having something that actually operates in my business. Ben can query our CRM, calculate financial metrics from accounting data, send emails on my behalf or his own, pull from spreadsheets, and summarize it all in plain English. Is it perfect? No. There's still stuff to build. Better automations, more integrations, smarter alerts, and managing his context window can sometimes be a challenge. But day one, pretty impressive. If you're a founder or operator thinking about AI assistants, this is what's possible today, not someday, today. All right, I'm logging off. Ben's got it from here.